Hello, Mr. Kolopa. Your tutor is back again for the next lesson. Today, we'll continue with our factorization. And we are going to look at the third type of factorization. In short, the third way in which you can factorize an expression. And this is difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. Last time we looked at Factorize using the grouping. When you are given four terms, what are you supposed to do when you are factorizing? Today, we are going to look at difference of what? Two squares. These are series of topics that we are giving you. So make sure that you follow our channel. You are going to benefit a lot. Even if mathematics is a difficult topic for you, it's a difficult subject for you. If you follow our channel, I can promise you that you are going to benefit a lot, because we are going to show you how simple mathematics is. We'll start from the simple topic which is in grade 10 up to the topic which is in grade 12. So maybe this is your first time to watch our lessons. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss other topics that we'll be giving you. Make sure that you subscribe and also share this channel to other friends that you have on social medias. It may be on WhatsApp or maybe Facebook Messenger. So let's quickly go into our lesson for today. This is factorized by difference of two squares. Let's quickly look at factorize by difference of two squares. And we have 5 questions under factorize by difference of two squares. So remember, when we are looking at equations involving square and the square roots, we also looked at how to find the square root and also how to find the square, and also even how to read this. We said this is y squared minus 9. So we are talking about two difference of two squares. So we need to have this is squared. So this number is also supposed to be squared, so that you have two terms which are squared. So that we have 2 squared, 2 squared. So when you find a question like this, the first step, look for the common factor. Ask yourself, do I have a common factor or not? So in this case, what is our common factor? We don't have a common factor, and we don't consider 1 to be a common factor. So in this case, we don't have a common factor, but we are taught to factorize. So meaning this is squared. It's an indication that we are talking about difference of two squares. So you need just to ask yourself to say, what is the square root of 9? So the square root of 9, I'm sure you know it by now, to say it's 3. So if we say 3 squared, we are meaning this is the same as 3 times 3, which can give us what? 9. So once you find the square root, you need now to write y squared minus 3 squared. 3 squared is the same as 9, so nothing has changed there. We just want to have 2 squares, okay? Now, once you have 2 squares, you need now to get 1y minus the 1 3. You write in the bracket. So another bracket. So being negative there, the concept is saying one is supposed to be positive, the other one is supposed to be negative. So another y that remained there, because we had the negative there, we are now going to have a positive 3. So that means we have factorized. So what am I saying? First step, check if we have the common factor. If you have a common factor, you need to factor out that common factor. If you don't have the common factor and there is a squared on a letter, just not to say we are dealing with difference of two squares. You need just to find the square root of the number that you are given, and also square that square root that you are going to find. So let's quickly look at number 2, or question B. So let's look at this one. What is a common factor? That's a question you should ask yourself. Don't go and start looking for the square root. No. First ask yourself, do I have a common factor? So in this case, yes, we have a common factor which happened to be 2. Because 2 can go into 2 and 8 without leaving a remainder. So I'm going to factor out the 2. Then there 2 into 2, it's 1x squared, which will just be x squared minus 2 into 8, will get 4. But you can see what you are having in the brackets. You can't end there. That's why they are saying factorize completely. When this question comes in an exam, it will come with 2 marks. So if you just end there, if you just leave there, you say I'm done, you are going to get a 1 mark because this one is not factorized completely. So the word completely, it means you need to go beyond this, because what you are having in the bracket now, it's what we are calling difference of 2 squares. Because this is squared, and we can even have the square root of what? Of 4. So we'll drop the 2 bracket. What is the square? The square minus what is the square root of 4? You get a 2, which will be squared. When you have 2 squared, it's the same as 4, so nothing has changed. So you need now just to drop a 4. Because we are going to have 2 brackets like this, you need now to bring the what we call the square bracket to show that there will be other brackets inside. So we now open the brackets, we write 1x minus, or you can even start with plus the 2 bracket, another bracket like we did here, x, we had a negative there, a positive, now we have a positive there, we're going to have a negative. Then the square brackets, and that means we are done. So let's hope you are following. Are you enjoying the lessons? If you are enjoying our lessons, don't forget to like this video, and also don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button so that you are able to get the notification whenever we post the lessons that are coming. Don't also forget to share with your friends on social medias. Don't enjoy alone. We want to help the country Zambia and also the world at large. So make sure that you share with your friends so that they can also start enjoying our channels. There are a lot of things that we have prepared for you. Don't just end on watching this lesson. Continue watching other topics that are coming. We have the likes of matrices, coordinate geometry, functions, trigonometry, and many more that are coming. Let's continue. This is your own Mr. Kolopa. We are here at Kolopa's Tuition Center, where we are transforming people. We are transforming Chililabombwe. We started offering extra lessons in 2014. So in short, we have that first experience. We have seen how students struggle with this subject, mathematics. That's why we said we can't only limit with Chililabombwe, but let's try to help others who may not reach Chililabombwe, who are very far, who may just even outside Zambia. We need to help you people. Try to follow our channel. We are here for you. Let's quickly look at question C. Now, as I said, whenever you see a question, ask yourself to say, what is a common factor? And remember, 1 is not considered to be a common factor in this case. So if you look at 16, we don't have k that side. So if you look at 16 and 25, what number can go into 16 and 25 without leaving a remainder? If you think, I think you won't find any number apart from 1. So we don't have a common factor. So what if we don't have a common factor? What are you supposed to do? You need just to find the square roots of the numbers given. So in this case, what is the square root over 16? You find that it's 2, which is supposed to be squared, then k squared minus, what is the square root of 25? You find that it's 5 squared. Then you need to make the brackets like this, because we are now going to have 1, 4, then the k minus the 5 there, open the brackets. Having the negative, we are going to have the positive now. The other 4 and another k plus 5. You close the brackets. That means you are done. Someone may ask to say, why here we don't have the square brackets? Even here we don't have the square brackets. The square brackets are coming in when you have a common factor outside. Because if we are to write, for example, if you are to write 2 bracket x plus 2, another bracket x minus 2, you just mean this 2 can only be multiplied by x plus 2. But if you introduce the square bracket, you mean this 2 is also there. So that's why we have included the square bracket. So the square bracket will come in if you have a common factor. So take note of that. So that is question C. Let's try to look at question D. So as I said, you need to look for the common factor. So you need to ask yourself, do we have a common factor? Do we have a number that can go into 32 and 50 without leaving a remainder? Like, what do you think? What number can go into 32 and 50 without leaving a remainder? Yeah, is there a number? Yeah, if you are saying yes, then you are correct. We have a 2 that can go into 32 and 50 without leaving a remainder. So there we're going to factor 2 out. So let's look at it now. So the common factors we have said is 2. You open the brackets. So the easiest way in which if you can't see 2 into 32, you can say 2 into 3, you get a 1. Then remainder 1, which will give you what? 12. So 2 into 12, you get 6, then a squared. Again, even this side you can say 2 into 5, you get a 2, remainder what? Remainder 1, which will make this to be 10. So 2 into 10, you get 5. So it means 2 into 50, you get 25. So what you are having, because of the squared, you can't end there. And these are perfect squares. So if you practice, mathematics is a practical subject. You need to be revising it each and every time. Once you learn these concepts, don't just pack the box. We have been emphasizing to say, don't just come and watch the lesson that will be posting for you. No, you need to buy a book. You need to be copying whatever will be giving you. You need to be revising each and every time. These are tuitions. These are powerful tuitions. So you need to be practicing. So if you are practicing it each and every time, you'll be able just to pick it to say, when I reach here, I don't supposed to end there because this is a perfect square. 25 is also a perfect square because we can find the square roots of this. So we can continue to say 2 open brackets. What is the square root of 16? It's 4, which is supposed to be squared because 4 squared, that is 16. A squared minus, what is the square root of 25? It's 5 squared. So we have a number, we have a common factor outside. So we are going to introduce the square brackets. So in this case, we're going to have 2, the square bracket, another bracket, the 4, a minus 5, open brackets, another bracket, 4a plus 5, close, then the square what? The square bracket. So that means we are done with question D. Just take a quick one on question E. What is a common factor? This one, when you say x power 3, there are 3 x's. It's like we have x minus x, x, x. So you find that we have x, x which are common. So there we can say x is common. So x into x, remember what I said on the previous lesson, we said it's 1 minus x into that, it means we are moving x, we are remaining with 2 x's, which is x squared. So when you reach here again, you are not supposed to end there. Why? Some of you may get confused to say, is 1 a perfect square? Yes, 1 is a perfect square because when you multiply 1 times 1, you still get a 1. So here, we can have x, open brackets. So what is the square root of 1? It's 1 squared minus x squared. Then there we go. We're going to have x, then square brackets, open 1 minus x, another bracket 1 plus x, square brackets. Don't say x square brackets open x minus 1. You are long. They have started with 1. Even when you are writing, you should start with 1. Don't change to write x minus 1. X minus 1 and 1 minus x, these are two different things. So if they have started with 1, even you there, you should start with 1. If they have started with a letter, you are also supposed to start with a letter. So just take a homework. Feel free to post the answers when you answer. I'm going to give you 2 questions as a homework. Just take a quick one. Try to copy. Yeah, so this is your homework. Try to answer these questions and try to get in touch with us. We'll be able to help you with the answers. If you find them, try to post them in the comment section. We'll be able to respond to you. If we have those students who comes at Corpus Tuition Center and you have watched this video, make sure that you bring your answers at our tuition center. We'll be able to help you with the answers. See you next time. This is your own Mr. Kolopa. Don't forget to subscribe and don't also forget to share with your friends on social media. See you next time when we'll be looking at factorizing a quadratic. What is a quadratic expression? This is our next lesson that we are going to have. Watch out for the next lesson where we'll be finding the product and the sum. See you next time. Thank you.